Hello and welcome to the channel, and today guys on Reviews with Ryan, I'm going to be doing an audio only review. I just wanted to do something a little bit different as I always do videos. Just wanted to bring a different kind of video for once. And the film I'm going to be talking about is the new drama horror film called Firestarter. This is in theaters currently and also on Peacock, and this is directed by Keith Thomas. He has also done a movie called The Vigil, which I have never seen, so this is the first time that I was introduced to this director. Before I get into my review on this, I'd like to ask if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, and comment below your thoughts on this film, and also turn the notification bell so you never miss any video that I make. And now without further ado, I'm going to dive into my thoughts on this brand new film. So Firestarter is about a young girl who tries to understand how she mysteriously gained the power to set things on fire with her mind. The film stars Zac Efron, Ryan Kiera Armstrong, Sydney Lemon, Gloria Rubin, Kurtwood Smith, and John Beasley. So Firestarter really wasn't a film that I really was that excited for. The trailer looked really bad to me, and I just never really latched onto the fact that this was coming out. I just kind of saw that it was coming on Peacock, and I was like, oh, I'd rather watch this at home rather than go to a theater because it just honestly just doesn't look good. And to be honest, this week for movies just wasn't really the best week for movies in general, and it's kind of slowing down a little bit until we get, I guess, Top Gun Maverick. That'll be the next big movie here at the end of May. But yeah, I wasn't excited going into this movie. I just felt that this movie just didn't look good in general. And the few things that I do have to say about this movie that I did like is I do like the score in this. I thought that John Carpenter did a really good job with the score in this. I thought that it flowed really nice with the film, and it made it for some kind of scarier, I guess, kind of tones in the film. But really, that really doesn't really affect the movie too much as a whole because the movie itself is not a good film. I felt throughout this film that it was a chore to get through, as even though it was only 90 minutes, it was very dull and very boring. The movie was not scary at all. I thought that the acting, it was okay. I really didn't buy Zac Efron's character that much because it just felt throughout the film that he was more so a brother, more so than a father to this little girl, Charlie, played by Ryan Kiera Armstrong. It just felt that I never felt that they really had that chemistry throughout the film. And really, the film really centralizes on this government called the Shop. They pretty much experimented on the mother and father when they were younger, and they developed these psychic powers. And then, of course, Zac Efron meets the love of his life. And then they have this daughter, and she has a power of her own. And throughout this film, she's kind of having this fire kind of power, but I really think that they don't really execute those powers that much. There's a lot of scenes that feel kind of wasted in this and could have had more potential throughout this film. For example, when she is in the school and this person is bullying her, instead of really attacking this guy and getting her revenge on this guy, she ends up just going to the bathroom and just kind of blowing up the bathroom and setting it on fire. And I felt that there was a lot of different things throughout this film where they really could have did a lot more destruction. I mean, there's even a part in the trailer where the girl is, "I'm a monster," she says. And after she says that, I mean, throughout this entire film, it really doesn't show that she's a monster at all. I mean, there are so many missed opportunities that just completely annoyed me throughout the film that they could have did a lot better job on, as they just really just failed to capitalize on using her powers more. And I thought that that was just a missed opportunity that the audience could have really got behind her character and seen all the destruction that she could cause with these powers. And then also throughout the film, you have a little bit shown with the dad and his powers and the mother and her powers. And it's kind of brief. They don't really use their powers really much throughout the film. It really is just focusing on this girl. But like I said, she really isn't capitalized because she could be a lot more powerful than how the film and trailer makes it out to be. And they just fail on all levels of that. It really plays out almost like if you turned on CW and watched some random kind of superhero kind of show. That's how this film really plays out. I really felt that they were trying too hard to kind of develop like a superhero natural kind of powers with this girl, and I don't really blame her as an actress as not really developing the role, but the writing as a whole, it just wasn't really developed a lot, and I just felt that the film just kind of dragged on, and the story just felt really pointless. And the other thing that I really didn't like about this film is by the time we get to the end of this film, it really feels like there isn't really much of an ending or a climax. It really feels really kind of stupid the way that it ended. I really was very unsatisfied of how they wanted to wrap up this film. Again, it really plays out like a series. It's almost like a 6-7 episode kind of series where they're 20 minutes each. And I feel like they're about to say, after each episode, tune in to next week, and you have the next episode for Firestarter. Will she regain her powers? Will she go berserk? I don't know. I just was really thinking that in my head. There's a lack of emotion in this film, and don't even get me started on the CGI in this film. It's absolutely terrible. It's completely horrendous, very laughable, and a $12 million budget, and we really didn't get much of a film here. It's honestly laughably bad, and I don't know how the 1984 version is, but I'm not really interested in that film after watching this anyway, and I've heard it's not really the best of film in general. So yeah, this film was really bad. I don't really have anything too nice to say about this film. I just was really bored watching this, and it was easy to really fall asleep to something like this because I don't know, it's just not a lot of effort into this film at all. It just feels very sloppily put together. It just didn't seem like they really tried in this movie at all. It's very laughably bad, and it's definitely in the top 5 of the worst films for me. I'm gonna give a score of this film a 1 out of 5. It's horrible. Unfortunately, it was just a miss for me, and unfortunately, it was just one of those films that I had to sit through and I was just waiting for it to end. And when the ending did happen, I was like, wow, we sat through 90 minutes of this film to have that kind of ending and just didn't ever really capitalize on these characters as a whole. And really at the end, you don't care about the characters. They never really developed them. And it's just a poor movie all along, unfortunately. And that's really all I have to say about this film. Thank you guys for checking out this audio review. I will see you guys on my next review. I do have a review coming up for the movie Men this week. I am going to check that out. I think Downton Abbey comes out as well, but I'm not really interested in that film, so I won't be doing a review on that. So if you are seeing that this weekend, let me know if you are going to see either of those movies coming up this weekend. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I'll see you guys on my next review.